Oh yeah, I got you. Let me see his profile. And what's funny is, so when I was a kid, I was in camp, right?
Right.
All these we're on the bus on the way up there. They're singing all these songs.
Right.
I don't know them, but I'm a musician.
Right.
And like I consider myself a music. Back then, I was listening to everything. I was listening. That's a Hoobastank, and my next song would be Alicia Keys. The next song would be like Space Cowboy by Jamiroquai. Like,
right.
I was everywhere in the music. Now I had some John B. Key gospel.
Right.
So I had a vast variety of music, and I didn't know none of these songs they were singing. I was upset.
Right.
They were singing, I love sex and candy. I didn't know that song.
Right.
I was like, I've never had sex before, but I like candy. So we're 50%. I like sex, I think. Right. You know, I'm a young, horny guy. As a teenager, I was like 12, 13.
Man, back in my day, man, I was listening to New Age music. You couldn't let nobody know you was listening to New Age music back in my hood. You get clown.
Roasted and toasted.
So, hey, for him, we're doing 3 10-minute sets?
Okay, so his interview going to be an hour total, but it's going to be 30 minutes of music from him from a set. So we would do...
The 3 10 minutes talk time, right?
Technically, no, we would do 2 10 minutes with commercials. Because 15 and 15 is 30.
Right.
So we got like an intro where we're in the beginning, we'll just run through the intro, we'll talk, ask him his questions the first 10, and then we're going to play one of his songs.
Yeah, we'll just throw it in. So at least you just want 2 10-minute segments, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing we got to get right now.
Yeah.
2 10-minute segments, and then 10-minute break, 10-minute, and then after that 10-minute, it'll probably be like 12 because I'll lead into the intro of him doing a live set and performing a live set here in the studio, and then we'll plug that in.
Okay.
So remember when you do your live set, you got to come in like on the keys,
okay,
talking like they do at church.
I got you. Key and voice, man.
Yeah.
Piano and voice. I can do that.
You send me
Detroit, Chicago,
yeah.
and those guys were being brought over to Europe on the weekends because it was cheap. They were underground.
I think I sent you poetry. Do you think about us? Bad for Me and Serious. So
I got all the music. I'm gonna plug them in after.
Yeah, pick whatever you need.
But it didn't take off back home because we had.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do more piano and keys content. I think that'll hit. I got I mess with a lot of technology, but sometimes you gotta blow that shit out the way and just show people you actually can do this
bro. Like T-Pain did. What's that song he got? When I try to get it up, sick and tired of the fail.
Yeah.
When he sing that, boy, I heard that live in concert and I cried. They give me just the ugly faces. I'm like, ooh.
Right.
He said, when I try to give it up. That's how he going to church on us. Because people swore T-Pain couldn't sing. I'm like, that's how y'all know y'all don't pay attention to music, bro. Because when he was with the Nappy Boys back in the day, he was the one doing all the vocals. He was just singing. He had no auto-tune like that yet.
Right.
It wasn't even that advanced like that yet. But when he found that auto-tune, he found greatness.
That was it.
Some people say, oh man, auto-tune's lame. T-Pain ain't never made auto-tune lame.
Right.
I'm sorry. T-Pain has always made auto-tune amazing.
Heck yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, might get a little hotter in the headphones.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this your boy 450 Panda, and this is 101 TKO Radio. Knock 'em out the box. Listen, man, this is Green Room Thursdays. Yeah, man. Industry Thursdays. We talk to everybody from promoters to DJs to barbacks, bartenders, dancers, scribblers, because there's a difference between a dancer and a scribble. Restaurant owners, just anything industry, man. We just like bringing new people on the show and getting a little history on them and hearing their music or tasting their food or just trying different experiences. It's all about good energy, good people, everything industry. So I brought a fellow industry brother out with me, man. This guy is super, super talented. He came and played a show with us that we were doing with Artist Control recently, and he set up this whole live setup with talk box and keys and production. He went over a lot of people's head because like he in the future with it,
right.
But like the people who are real musicians, the people who are real artists, they saw it. They saw it and they paid attention. And I've seen it for a long time. He makes amazing music. He has amazing vocals. The biggest thing is he makes everything himself, from the production, like all the way down to the vocals, to the mixing, to the master. He does everything himself. He's a one-stop shop for production, for music, just for knowledge about music. He knows so much. We've worked together before as co-workers. We get ready to make some music. He's came on to play some shows with us. My guy's super talented. I could go on for about 10 minutes about him, but let's just give a round of applause to my man Dillio, man.
Hey, good to be here.
How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to be up in this joint, man. Back on deck before 50 Panda, man. This guy is one of the hardest working men I know in the industry, and it's just glad to be back in the space, getting things done.
Just trying to be that, man. I'm just trying to be great. So listen, we're gonna dive right into it, bro.
Yeah.
Where did all this start from? Like all this music for you, where did it start from?
Oh, it all started at home, man, back in Flint, Michigan, in the basement where, I had a mom who had keyboards around, but she mainly played in church. But then I also
it did start in church, though.
It did start in church. And then on top of that, when my parents would go to choir practice, they would drop me over at my grandma's house. And the funny thing is, both grandmas on both my mom's and my dad's side had pianos in the house. But on one of my grandma's house, she had pianos there, and also had a cousin who was actually into music, but he wasn't on the main path of more of an R&B hip hop. He's more of a classical composer type of cat.
Wow.
And so I would hear his influence, but then I also get the influence from the street. So he would put me on the music that most kids in my neighborhood would listen to, like new age music, film score composer, stuff like that. So he would put me on that.
Composer music, man.
And stuff like that. He would put me on that, but then I got the gospel church influence in church. And
so just all bundled up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I go into wormholes sometimes listening to score music for movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And people don't realize like there's some good money in scoring music.
Oh God, yeah. Sync licensing, all that stuff.
Ooh, yeah, we own that. We own that big. Shout out Artist Control.
Artist Control on deck.
But so it started from the church. You got pianos in every single house.
Yeah.
So you was destined to play keys.
Yeah.
When did you realize you could sing?
Church again, so my mom would play for the children's choir.
Oh,
and
not that children's choir, totem pole.
That children's choir, and actually my mom at the time was making up songs for kids to sing at church.
Oh no, she was.
So I had no choice but to test out the songs for her. And and I just kept doing it since then, and it's kind of developing.
She said, "Wait a minute, my baby can hold a note."
Yep, I held a note.
Wait a minute, he holding 2 notes.
Couldn't help it, man.
Hold up, now he writing the notes. All right, now okay, we making moves, now.
Yeah, so it started from a very, very young age, and that was at the age where I know it was annoying for me as a kid. I was like, all right, Mom, I'll come sing the song, but at the same time, she had a keyboard, so while I'm singing these songs, when she's not singing the songs, I wanted to reach on the keyboard and play, but at that age, they tell us kids to get away from it, but I still find a way to get to the piano.
Is that not weird in the church?
It is.
That we want to develop our babies, but yet so every time they touch the piano or the drums, get away from that drums.
Yeah.
How do you expect me to learn how to play them if I don't touch them?
Right. Yeah, that's a weird dynamic, and I think the older elders in the church.
It's the mothers. Let's call a spade.
Yeah. They think you're going to tear up this expensive piano in the church. You don't want to tear up the piano in the church. That's all we got. But it didn't stop me. But there's always pianos around. Now that I reflect and think about it, there's always a piano around me from the youngest age to now. There's actually old pictures of me with a bib on, with my hand on the piano.
I think that's one of my biggest regrets.
I hear you.
Not picking up piano. Like, I can play it, but it's like,
right.
Can I walk into a service and just hold the service down? No. I might be able to get this little light of mine out.
I feel you.
I can play certain songs, like radio songs that I know.
Yeah.
Certain stuff I hear, but like, I just regret not really learning.
Right.
Because, man, a man who plays the piano is a man who's always valuable.
Yeah.
They got pianos everywhere that need to be played. The mall be looking for somebody to play.
Yeah.
The airport is always looking for somebody to play.
Yeah.
Restaurants, hotel lobbies.
Yeah.
Like you can literally go play piano twice a day and make good money.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the piano is just a great tool because it's connected to so much technology
Production.
now, and also it helps you communicate to other musicians of what you would like them to do. If you're the producer and you got a bunch of people in the band, now you can convey to them, okay, I need you to play this key, I need you to do it like that. Here's that melody, or you got other background singers. Hey, I want you to sing this. Here's the pitch. Can you catch that pitch? Piano is just a very universal tool. The only thing I frustrates me about it, it's not as portable as a guitar. Because as a guitar, you can just walk up in here like I could have walked in here with acoustic and just gave it to you right here.
Yep.
You understand? Without even hooking anything up. But man, it's just always been a great tool.
One day we'll get to that place where you can just play air.
Right. We almost there. We virtually there.
We got a bunch of digital glass keys and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So there's just new stuff coming out every day in this,
Always.
the world.
Always.
So you always have pianos around you. You went through, like I said, what I would call the classic church, the children's choir totem pole.
Yeah.
Where you get to sing and you realize there's 12 kids in the choir. All 12 of these babies can't sing.
Right.
Six of them is off key.
Right.
4 of them is in bad timing, and then you got you always get your one superstar who does all the solos.
Yeah.
You always got your strong person like soprano, alto,
Right.
tenor.
Right.
So I learned the same way in the choir. Realized like, some of y'all don't sing the way I sing.
Right.
This is the note. This ain't what you're doing is not the note. This is the note.
Right.
And so you definitely learn. Church gives you that basis. Would you say that because you don't make violent music, you don't make gangster music, you make really good soulful music. So do you think that the church played like a very heavy effect on the type of music you play?
I think it did to a certain point, but I think it also set me up for R&B music, which is kind of a weird dynamic, saying that a lot of my influence came from church. But what I kind of learned,
That's R&B though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The blurs even back there in that time was very blurred as far as the chords.
It definitely was blurred. R&B is the secular Jesus music.
That's pretty much it. You know?
R&B, all R&B is us singing about our deepest, darkest sensual desires.
Right.
And when you talk about gospel, you're singing about your brightest, most heavenly desires.
Yeah, and and I grew up where I saw where the violence was. I saw the stories of that dude got shot at Flint, Michigan, by the way. I heard stories about that, and I would actually be one of the kids that would go to the liquor store to get some candy. But then you hear a rumor about somebody just got shot up there. So I was around the violence, but it wasn't in me, and.
Can you imagine riding your bike to the store and almost losing your life just trying to get some Sour Patch Kids?
Thankfully I didn't have that thing. They definitely wouldn't have me on the street.
Just wanted some Welch's gummy bears.
I just want a 25-cent juice. I just want a 25-cent pancake.
A hug barrel.
One of those. You know what I'm saying?
A hug barrel and one of them $2 for $1 bags of chips.
Some penny candy. So I always heard about the violence, and then I've always heard the music, but when I wanted to create myself, I was just making music to relax to, and on top of that, I was more or less, starting to sing about girls more than anything else versus killing folk. I was more worried about singing about how my heart got broke.
Because you got your heart broke, you like girls, but you ain't killed nobody. So.
Yeah, you killed nobody. You know what I'm saying?
What are we really saying about when you're talking about killing folks?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that vibe, I found my own vibe, but then again, I was exposed to other types of music most kids in my neighborhood would listen to, like techno music and house music, and then also was a gamer at the time. So because I was musically inclined, I would listen to what the game music was and try to imitate that too as well.
Oh.
And a lot of that music didn't sound like music from the hood at the time, like
Definitely
Streets of Rage music, Street Fighter 2 music, Terminator Turtles.
That's like what's his name? What is the dude's name? I can't think of the producer's name. Man, it's gonna bother me.
That's all right. You catch it.
Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
He just scored that whole anime.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
And I love that album. That album is like one of my favorite albums.
Right.
But like Flying Lotus is like one of my favorite DJs.
Yeah.
And seeing him as a black man who loves like anime and different things.
Anime, Japanese culture.
Yeah, but not only that, was able to infuse all his cultural African drums and hip hop and heavy influences. He influenced all of that into that album,
right? And
still gave them what they needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he synergized all that stuff, and I relate to so much to that because at that time, we're Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis era time, and this was a time when it was not cool to be into anime. At that time,
is it cool now?
It's cool now because this whole cosplay events now. But at that time, I got made fun of.
Even then, they're still making fun of kids, and like in actuality, people who go to cosplay are still like that specific. The people I see at the cosplay stuff tend to be the kids who were picked on in school.
I got you.
And found that lane.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think it's like super popular. I think it's been accepted, and I think that the people that now are old enough to be like, hey, I don't care what you think.
Right.
We like what we like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress up like a warlock and have a good time this weekend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like you got ratchets that wear anything they want. Nobody complain about that.
Right. Right.
So what's wrong with him wearing a cloak and having a wooden claw?
Yeah. Right.
With some buffalo fur on his shoulders.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The culture here now is really awesome because it's very out there now, and it's just a big contrast around.
So you love anime?
Yeah. But see, because I'll date myself because I call anime titles that are on Netflix.
They're not?
They are not on Netflix.
So you like a real anime?
So the anime before anime was popular. So we're talking
about
well, we're talking about Robotech. We're talking about Ninja Scroll. We're talking about Tenchi Muyo. We're talking about Golden Boy. You know.
See, I need to have you and my guy Jake.
Right.
My guy from shout out Drop Switch. I need my boy Drop Switch Jake. He does a Twitch anime live stream.
Oh wow.
Maybe I need to connect you guys so you guys can have a big talk.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go on his show and he's gonna show me different anime people and I'm gonna try to guess what their names are.
Oh yeah.
And I'm probably gonna his whole community of followers are probably gonna just die laughing at me.
Right.
It's okay. I'm like, he looks more like a Rashid. I'm like, no, that's Yamatwing.
Yeah.
It's super complicated.
Right.
But listen, we're finna go to commercial break. We gotta pay these bills.
Yeah.
So we can continue to eat these meals. It's your boy 450 Panda. This is TKO Radio 101. Knock him off the box.
Yeah, buddy.
Well,
that was a time, man.
All I'm thinking right now is like, if I go to Steak and Shake, do I even make it home with that shit, bro?
You ain't gonna make it home with
Or
it.
do I just sit in the parking lot and eat that shit?
You gonna eat it right there. I know that.
Or do I order a fucking cheesesteak from Woody's?
You gonna be up for a while after you eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you be good, man.
What time is it?
We're working on one.
I'll be up until it's 3. Download music.
There you go.
Actually, I don't really have to download music. I got Punchbowl tomorrow.
I just
plug and play.
I just put up a secure digital drive someone to my mix stream to analyze everything I got. I just got a mix stream Pro Go on loan, and so I'm getting my spinning chops back up with it. It's fun, man. I'm like, damn, I've been missing out. And I have my Amazon Music hooked up to it, so I'm just streaming stuff in and blending.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm nervous about this next week.
Oh yeah.
We'll play Baltimore next week.
You do great, man.
They gotta come to us. My Niners is whooping ass though.
That's good.
We got 4 games left. We're gonna beat Arizona, hopefully. I mean, any game anybody can beat you, but we should win the rest of these games.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm having fun with it, man. I kind of stopped messing around with DJing because I just got tired of fussing with a laptop and an audio interface.
Mm-hmm.
I just got tired of making sure it worked. And then they came out. I was at a party. I don't know if it was Arcadia. It was another party, but it was at a house, like on Decatur, like in the cut by a bonfire. And this kid was just sitting here with a mixed string Pro on his lap, just spinning. The whole party's going over there, but he's by the fire just spinning. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, it's battery power.
It might have been a spot called Forest.
Something like that. Yeah, it was like a house.
It's a house, and they got like the main room, and the inside is where the what's the name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Forest.
Yeah.
Fuck
but it's
them.
like in the cut, like off of Rainbow Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Okay.
I can't stand them motherfuckers.
Gotcha.
They built a fire pit in the backyard out of
Yeah.
cinder blocks recently, right?
Yeah.
They built it and mimicked our fire pit we got, and then they took pictures of ours because they didn't have theirs finished yet, and posted them like, we got a new fire pit on the property, and it's just like they originally had they originally was in the East Atlanta Village in what used to be the treehouse.
Yeah.
That like little lounge spot.
Yeah.
And they changed the name to Forest. They got in there, the rent was too much for them, they ended up leaving and turning their spot at their house into that.
Right.
So now they do after hours till like 7, 8 a.m. over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess I've heard decent things about it.
Right.
The issue for me is like all the little people, all the promoters were people that were working for us in different entities.
Yeah.
And they decided that to try to shit on Arcadia, they were going to all team up together to do something. But they still ain't really beating us.
Right.
And we sold, this weekend we got the drum and bass after party. We've already sold like 300 tickets.
Damn.
Yeah.
They can't even fit 100 people in their party. And that's why I keep telling Lindsay, like, they might be able to get 100 with the outside and that main room in the back and the kitchen and shit. They might be able to get 100 people on a crammed night. We can put 500 people on a spot. It's bubblegum rappers to actual bubblegum at that point. Like, what are you talking? Rec League to LeBron?
You ready?
Yeah.
Dive in.
Yo, this your boy 450 Panda. This is 101 TKO Radio. Knock 'em out the box. We are back with Green Room Thursdays. Back with my guy Dilliot, man. So listen, I want to know about some of your musical influences. Who are you listening to right now? So if you pull out your phone right now, who's the last 3 artists you listen to?
Janae Aiko, Eartha Kitt, Michael Jackson. Those are the last one, if you want me to give you a direct answer.
That's very direct and specific. I know that's honesty right there. It was just boom, right there.
Yeah.
Boom, tough acting to acting. That's what he hit me with. He hit me with the John Madden answers.
Right.
Hey, R.I.P. John Madden. We missed that guy, man.
Oh my goodness.
That guy was funny.
Hell yeah.
Could you imagine John Madden like describing a sandwich to you?
Oh.
A little lettuce, a little tomato. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your ham. You get all your dressings, and then boom, football.
You gotta have chips on the side.
Chips on the side.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that's the best drink I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
I miss John Madden, man.
Oh,
but
God.
listen, so as far as your influences, like who do you feel like it really inspires you?
Oh man, it goes all the way back, man. So the influences were mixed. When I started paying attention to music producers in R&B hip hop, it started with Timbaland. Okay.
Big up.
However, I also had new age influences when I first got my first Walkman. So therefore, we're talking about Deep Forest, which is a new age group from France, Enigma, which is another new age group. So
Yeah, really listen to new age like that.
yeah, like because that was really popping at the time in the '90s, late '90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was when we got our first CD players and Walkmans.
When I got my first CD present Walkman, you know who I saw at Electric Forest as an adult, but who I adored as a kid and I could not get enough of.
What's that?
And he just made so many legendary hits that people don't give him enough credit for. Shout out Just Blaze.
There you go.
Because Just Blaze made so many legendary songs.
Right.
And he came to Electric Forest and he had like kind of converted them into like an EDM style.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like showcase them and had showed he was like, I'm gonna show y'all who I really am. And he comes in with the J and just shuts the whole place down. And then he comes in with like some Kiss and it's like, oh, I forgot he made that. Oh, I forgot he made that. Yeah, he made that. Yeah, he made that. And it's like his DJ sets were just crazy, man.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
Sick. Yeah, but those were some of the influences. So you had the Timbaland, you had the Swiss Beats.
Swiss was fun. I don't know.
You know, those vibes right there. Singers like Genuine, Chico DeBarge, Bilal. You know, those are the type of the earlier influences I had when I really started
Chico.
paying attention. Yeah.
I had some problems. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Chico would sing some songs that we didn't know. We thought Chico was a woman at first.
Right.
Coming up, if you didn't know the music, you thought Chico was a woman. Just like we thought Hall & Oates was 2 black guys.
That's it. Yeah.
Everybody thought Hall & Oates was 2. Everybody thought it was the Bee Gees. We thought they was black.
Yeah.
It's just soul. Soul is soul. Soul don't have a color.
Right.
Soul has a flavor.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Always a vibe.
I love some soul music. I love neo soul. I love soul house. Like, there's nothing better than like Sade remixed on like a deep house track.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Just smooth that it's just a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
You hear it, you feel sexy.
Yeah.
Like, house music makes you feel sexy.
Yeah.
You can take
Sophisticated.
we take your songs and we took them and put them on house music. It's even though it's probably already sexy, it's sexy.
It's
sexy
going to be
now.
extra now.
I'm too sexy for this house.
Right.
Too sexy for this house.
You put your suit jacket on. That.
Bro,
with some jeans.
And it's crazy because it makes you move.
Yeah.
Like it makes you move. You can.
It's so universal.
You can put it in aerobics instructions on house music, and it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
It's like it's a vibe. You're like, all right, I'm ready to do some crunches. What are we talking about?
Yeah, and that goes into another influence because when I was finally getting my own instruments, I was getting that around the time when MTV used to play this show called Amp.
Oh man, I remember that.
Okay, so that's drum and bass all day long, and on top of that, game soundtracks at the time on the PlayStation, like Ridge Racer, also had
drum and bass and grime and breaks,
all that GABA, all that stuff. So that was all there for me to hear it over and over again.
Which is a shameless plug that you should pop out with me this weekend at Jungle Bells, which is the biggest drum and bass party in the whole country. I'll be there live this Saturday. Doing our Saturday trap and bass shows from 10 to 2. I'll be there live broadcasting, so you should feel free to pop up on me.
I think I need
it's going to be a whole lot of grime and drum and bass. And
I think I need to get some of that.
It's going to be a vibe, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But it's almost sold out, so you should definitely pull up with me.
Yeah.
Come experience his vibes. It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like, music is definitely an amazing situation. It's a tool. It's a lifeline. It's a friend.
Yeah.
It's a lover. Like music is a lot, man. I don't take it for granted every day.
Yeah.
To be able to get up every day and recently I had a job that I'm no longer with.
Right.
And that forced me to really pick up and say, I'm going to do what I've been scared to do. I'm going to be what I've been scared to be because I've been scared to fail.
Right.
Some people are so scared of losing that they'll not take the trip. Yeah. Like it's better just to not do it at all than to lose.
Right. But you'll still be thinking about it.
I don't want losses. I want learnings.
Yeah.
So I'm in a place now where like moving forward, I'm moving different and I'm seeing music in a different form.
Wow.
It's refreshing.
That's good.
It's different. But honestly, that's what your music does for me.
Wow.
You being with the talk box, with the analogs, like you're doing something that's refreshing. It's different.
That's huge.
Everybody can't just get up and do what you do.
I appreciate it.
Anybody can grab a mic and say booty, booty, booty.
Right.
Like everybody can't get up, and I can't even get up and do what you do.
Oh man.
I would probably figure out a way to flavor it up and make it look cool, even though I wasn't doing it.
Right.
But like I can't do it. It's just so I give you credit, bro, because it takes a lot. How long did it take you to really like develop this sound that you have now? Like, is this a new sound? Is it like this has kind of been on the wave you've been on the last couple of years? Because some of your music that I have doesn't sound like what you're doing right now.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just evolution, and so I'm more at a stage of where everything's like refined. Now it's no longer search for sounds. Now it's no longer search for the gear, technology. Now it's time to create and work, make bodies work, do catalog, do shows, put on. I didn't learn about all the gear I need to know, and I always maintain a headset of or mindset of being a student. But after a while, it's like, I have technology and sounds and all that stuff. We have more than what we need now, right? So now it's no longer an excuse of, I don't have the right tools. Now the accountability and responsibility is on me to make sure I create, that I finish the songs, that I come and be out in opportunities like this to get the word out about it and build a brand with that and grow. So what I'm doing right now is actually I'm trying a lot of different flavors. Like song poetry is just a kick and a snare with a loop on it, and I'm singing on it, and that'll chill you out, that song.
It's like sensual lo-fi.
Right. It's on that vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I got other stuff where I'm a piano stuff, going crazy on that stuff. And it's like bump it. Because what happens with me is I'll get tired of doing the same thing. I'll get tired. So I will throw it all out and go this way and screw around with that and create with that and go there and have fun there. And then once I then drove on that lane a little bit, and I get off the exit and try another city and state. Try that style.
Now answer me this.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Do your thing.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Now, when you're making music, have you ever been in the position where like you make a song, you get it almost to the finish, and then something else rings in your head, or like a melody or idea stems from that song, and then you just stop making the one you was making?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're on a flow, vibe. You got a whole song done, and then you do that one thing, and then you take that one thing, and it just branches into a whole nother.
You put the triangle bell on
song.
there.
Yeah, or melody.
You heard
or
a
loop.
beat. Now
Yeah.
you in there making Swiss beats like beats
Exactly.
with all type of triangles and congos.
Boom. And then the challenge is after that is to take those two separate ideas and arrange them into two
Separate them.
separate songs.
And not go back to the other one with the other intentions.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've definitely been.
So
there.
I'm glad I'm not the only person.
No.
I'd be like, man, listen.
You're not the only one.
I be struggling, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people watch me go through that when I do my live streams. Because what I do on my live streams is I will create right there on the spot, track by track,
instantaneous.
and then I have my headset mic on, and I'll start mumbling melodies and tunes. And sometimes those songs get turned into a whole song the next day after I live stream the creation of it from the night before.
So there's this dude on TikTok, and he sings like when people are making food.
Okay.
He's light skinned. He has like a gray big beard.
Oh wow. Okay.
His glasses.
Yeah.
And he has he uses like a little mic.
Okay.
With like a fuzzy on top.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "Oh, what's she doing right there with that chicken? She going, she about to." And he just burst out into an old school song. I love him. You remind me of him so much.
That's dope.
In a sense, like he's the older version of you. Like he got established. He made his music, and now he's just enjoying himself. But like. It'll be a whole video of like a lady putting sausage inside a pancake. And he'll be like, what is she doing with that sausage? Oh, she about to, oh, let me have it. And he just goes in, bro. It is hilarious. I can sit up and watch him all day. Because he can tell he enjoys what he does. So like, you remind me of him in a sense, like, when you were on stage that day, I was watching you perform. You were really enjoying it. It wasn't a job. It wasn't a show you were trying to put on.
Right.
He was just being you, and it was just, enjoying it. How long did it take to get like that natural with your shows?
You know what? Not very long, because I guess it's always been
church,
and then also when
church
I first
is everything, man.
And then I was always making music at home, and then I always play with different bands and stuff like that. And the thing is, when people see what I do, they'll say, "Yeah, come on, do this with us." So when you able to share your platform, me, that enabled Dillio to really be Dillio how originally Dillio wanted to design Dillio to be. And so it was just a refinement, but it's funny because I was doing more.
This Negro just spoken, and he just, what is it called when you speak of yourself?
Third person?
He's spoken seventh person just now. My man was like, Dillio needs to know how much cheese Dillio got on his sandwich.
Right.
Otherwise, Dillio manager will come over and tell Dillio that ain't healthy for him. He got a show tonight.
Yeah, man. It didn't take long because I gig regularly with bands. So the fitness level of that just transitioned into the show. Then I could just do the thing. So I'll play regularly, and that really translates. When you gig regularly, when you get opportunity, it's not such a culture shock to maintain that level once you get that opportunity.
Facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. All right, so now we're going to go into our area of the show where we ask rapid fire questions.
Oh boy, let's do it.
And you're just going to answer them straightforward.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Hawks or Pistons?
Hawks.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Pizza, pepperoni, extra mushrooms, anchovies on the side.
Pizza.
You said that too fast.
It's the hardest one for me to. It's the hardest thing for me to resist.
Pizza's delicious, but I'm a taco man.
Taco's great too, man. But I want to give you an answer. You know how people hit you with the, oh, well, it depends, or they want to say, oh,
no, that's what I want. I want direct answers.
Yeah.
All right, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
You're my dog. I said, don't you let the inmates down. You will roll over his grave and bite you. So, if you could work with any producer right now, who would it be?
Yay.
Somebody else just said that.
Yeah.
If you could work with any artist right now, who would it be?
Marsha Ambrosius.
Say yes. Just whisper yes in my ear, girl.
She got a new album.
Well, listen, she gonna be a city winery.
I will be there.
Was it this weekend?
Monday.
You going?
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm finna get a ticket.
Yeah.
Is it general seating?
General seating. Yeah, it's all the seating. Whatever it is that they got. Those tickets, whatever.
All right, well then I'm gonna buy my ticket and we're gonna meet up and we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna wear a sweater and a scarf too. I'm gonna wear a top hat. I'm gonna take my hat off, say Marsh.
Right.
Sit my hat, ma'am, like a cowboy. Throw my scarf off the back.
Right.
Unbutton my sweater because when she get to sing, boy, listen, she got it, man. She got it.
Yeah, yeah. Last time I saw her live was actually at City Winery, 2019, right before when the pandemic hit. So that was one of the last live conferences you go to before everything shut down.
Dang, pandemic hit 2019. I was getting married. Almost got on a cruise ship. You know the ones that sat in the
Yeah.
So me and my wife got married, and we got married on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm smart.
Right.
And then after that, we had our honeymoon coming up. We were supposed to go to Bahamas and Jamaica. We was gonna be gone for I think like a month.
Wow.
And one of the cruise ships that we planned on getting on sat in the Bay of Miami for 6 months?
Wow.
Remember those cruise ships that people stuck on for 6 to 8 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we were supposed to get on was out there.
Dang.
So if we would have went on that cruise, we'd have been stuck out there for 8 months.
Golly. Yeah.
I'd have jumped off.
Yeah. Golly. Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the last shows you could go to before you could not go to concerts.
That's crazy how time has changed.
Yeah.
But one thing that hasn't changed is the ability to affect people through your music. So that's what we're gonna ask you to do, man. Listen.
Yeah.
We got something special. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but now I'm gonna say it. I'd like Dilliot to come in here and give us a actual live set, good, wholesome live set. So rather than me give you guys a mix, or give you 30 minutes of uninterrupted traffic style music like all these corny stations do, we're gonna bring in an artist and he's gonna give you 30 minutes of uninterrupted, true, official. I want to say artistic, but I keep thinking artesian because I'm hungry.
Right.
But artistic music.
Yeah.
By your boy, the one, the only, Dilliot.
Got you back on the runway, brother.
Man. It was a great night.
Yeah.
I sent you your flyer already, didn't I?
You sent me one with my picture on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I posted on my stuff.
Yeah. The week before the show, I'll notify you.
Okay.
We'll start posting it again.
Yeah.
Nelson.
It's a holiday.